So, hi everyone. We have here with us today Dana Massey, who is the president of Plantworks Nursery, which is located in Rougemont, North Carolina. And she's going to share with us a little bit about her company and how she got to become the president and kind of what she did to make her way there. And so, with that, I'm going to turn the floor over to Dana. So, Dana, I'm going to make you a host, and then that should allow you to share your screen.
Okay, great. That work?
Yes, perfect.
All right. So hello, everyone. Like Liz said, I'm president of Plantworks Nursery, and we are located in Rougemont, North Carolina. We are a wholesale grower of herbaceous perennials, annuals, and lots of other things. So I have a few slides to share with you guys and show you a little bit about who we are and what we do, and then we can take a few questions. This was for the live version, so we can skip this one to make sure everybody's on mute, and we'll take questions at the end. So this is an overhead aerial view of our nursery. We have 179 greenhouses total on 40 acres of our farm. The nursery was founded in 1978 by Douglas Chapman, and I purchased the nursery from him in July of 2017. So I've had it for 3.5 years now, and we grow all the plants listed here. So mostly herbaceous things, no trees or shrubs, but annuals, combination planters, daylilies, ferns, ground covers, herbs, hosta, ornamental grasses, perennials, succulents, tropicals, and vines. So a little bit of everything there. Our mission statement as a company is where beauty begins in your garden. So we really believe in having people really enjoy the outdoors and beautify the world with plants and all of the good things that plants do for us. We want to, they're better for the environment, they purify the air, lots of different things for them. So we believe that these things impact our environment and our world. It instills a passion for gardening for people, which is really good. We want to beautify spaces and make things really pretty for us to enjoy the outdoors when we're there. We want to improve sustainability and make things last longer and not deplete all our resources. And we want to improve environmental problems. So using natives so that pollinators can hang around. We want to use plants that purify water and can be used in rain gardens or retention ponds. And so we want to make sure that we're doing things that are good stewards of the environment. We say that the horticulture industry is the green industry because we grow green plants, right? But sometimes we're not very good stewards of that ourselves by the things that we do with either chemicals or trash or whatever, may not always do that. And so we want to make sure we do those things. As far as positions that we have currently available where you could join our team, our career opportunities currently include grower assistants, the potting shed where all of our production happens, and also our loading dock. So either loading customers that come for pickup or helping to load trucks for delivery. So I know that a lot of the things that this program does is promoting women and girls to be in the tech industry and things that revolve around STEM, so science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. So a few examples of how we do that are things that we have to know and use basic algebra and math in order to know the ratios to measure chemicals, to abide by the labels on those, to spray them at the right rates. We take pH and EC readings of our soil and water. Design, we do a lot with our website and can do things with flyers for trade shows and that sort of thing. We use Google Maps and all sorts of things for trucking logistics in order to route our trucks efficiently and sufficiently so that our drivers get enough rest and that the routes make sense, that we don't have the truck too full so that all the plants fit on that truck, and making all of that math and logistics work out correctly. And then, of course, in today's age, and we're using technology today since we can't be in person, making sure that our social media and all of that is in order and that it portrays the right image and sales messages to our customers. So along with our mission statement, our core values have been something that our team really showcase all the time. And we try to hire people that fit these so they fit our culture and really take ownership of the things that we do here. And so if you can see the first letter of all of these words here spell hearts, and that's an acronym for our core values. And we really feel that people that work here have a passion for what they do and they really love what they do. And so the HEARTS acronym fits with how we feel our core values are. And so they stand for honesty, integrity, energy, accountability, respect, teamwork, and service. So we really feel that the people we bring on board, we want them to have these characteristics. This is just a snapshot of our website to show you guys a little bit about how we want to appear digitally to the age and scenarios that we're in today with things of the crazy COVID world. And so our website lists all of our plants that we grow. If you click on one, it'll tell you a little bit more about it, and it'll give you current availability and pricing. So really trying for our website to always be open and be a sales tool, even if our business is closed, so that you can still get the answers you need and submit an order via email with that information. So this is actually a snapshot of something that's in our catalog for the 2021 year. So this is a photo of the sun rising over our nursery. And the quote, "I've always been delighted at the prospect of a new day, a fresh try, one more start with perhaps a bit of magic waiting somewhere behind the morning." So despite everything that's happened, the nursery's still here and we're doing really well. And we would love to have anyone join our team, but especially women in a male-dominated industry. And there are lots of ways that you can help us and come join the team. And there's lots of opportunity that we're excited to have. So with that, we can take any questions. My contact information, you're more than happy to reach out to me at any time, and I'll do my best to answer any questions or get you in touch with someone who can. And if you have any interest in an internship or potentially being an employee of ours, we're always excited about those opportunities, and we'll be happy to grow with you and grow together. So that's all that I have.
Awesome, Dana. Thank you so much for that presentation about Plantworks Nursery, and what a cool place to work where you get to be outside, you get to be with the plants and just kind of see all that beauty that you showed in some of those pictures. So I do have just a few questions for you, kind of related to you and your career. So the first one I have is, how did you get started in your career? Like, what was that kind of first step for you to move forward in horticulture?
So my very first job before I could even drive when I was 15 was in a tomato greenhouse in a local town in Nash County, North Carolina that I grew up in. And so just working on that little small farm with that husband-wife team really made me appreciate the specialized farming aspect and things that could happen in a greenhouse. So that really got me excited about the possibilities. And then I finished my college career at NC State in the horticulture department and got a degree in general horticulture with a concentration in ag business. And so I graduated in 2009 amidst the downturn of the economy then, and really was unsure of a job, but was lucky enough to find a head grower position here at Plantworks then. And Doug Chapman, the old owner, hired me. He hired me in January, and I started working over spring break in March, and he held that full-time position for me until I graduated in May. So I had a lot of respect for him right off the bat for believing in me and waiting for my education to be over and waiting for me to be ready to join the workforce. So I came right on board right after graduation as an annual grower here and have just kind of worked my way up into management. And then when he was ready to retire, he asked me to purchase the business. So that was July of 2017. So 3.5 years later, it's mine, and it's a good feeling. And we're looking forward to the future.
Awesome. All right. So the next question I have is, what do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions that about women or that women might have about working in the horticulture industry?
I would say that probably a big misconception that people might have is that it's all general, like labor or digging in the dirt or, like really manual labor. And granted, there are some things that are like that, our potting or pulling plants or getting them ready for deliveries can be that way for sure. But there are many other jobs and responsibilities across the nursery that aren't like that at all, but still deal with plants. So you can be in customer service and help take orders and help people on the phone, and or be a great designer and be in charge of the website and be really good with technology for all sorts of IT problems and things that arise. And so there are lots of different avenues to where you can like plants but not necessarily have to do the manual labor. Like our production planner loves plants, and she is a great whiz in Excel and all things, spreadsheets and working math magic. And so she likes plants, but she's really detail oriented and loves computer work of Excel every day. And so she's able to combine those two worlds and meet them in the middle. And, she loves her job for that. So there are lots of opportunities where it may not be exactly what you think.
Awesome. All right. My next question is, what skills do you feel are the most critical to succeeding in your industry of horticulture?
I would say being open-minded. You have to, it's really nice to have, some education of plants and names of plants and where they do well and where they don't do well and all sorts of things like that. But it's also, you can pretty much teach anyone anything about a plant or how to take care of it or what it does or what it means. But you can't really change someone's mindset about how they feel about working with others or change or adaptation. And so being really open-minded to where you can walk into a situation and, learn a current process, but be open-minded to it potentially changing if things dictate that you need to be more efficient or be smarter or faster, or, that some plants may, get dropped from our list and may not make us a lot of money, so that things kind of ebb and flow off the production list, and to really just be adaptable to those types of things, and perseverant, that things aren't always super easy, but you just kind of persist and find a way and make a way for yourself, and especially for the women that are looking to get in the industry. Like I said before, it kind of is a male dominated industry, but it's not all about the muscle. It's really not. You kind of gotta believe in what you want, speak up so that you can be heard, and if people try to say things to make you not feel as important or not feel as valued, not to back down from that, and to really stand up for what you believe in personally and what your company believes in, to make sure that things go in the right direction for you, and that if you're willing to go to bat for the good decisions, that good things will come to you in return.
Awesome. All right. And then my last question is, do you have any advice to give, and maybe it may be redundant to what you just said, but do you have any advice to give to young women that may be thinking about entering into our industry for the first time?
I would probably ditto what I just said, but maybe add the fact, just to never give up. If you have dreams to do something in the horticulture industry or the ag industry, there are so many opportunities, and the opportunities are endless, really. So the sky's the limit, and If you have a dream, if you have a wish, share that with the peers and parents and mentors and teachers that you have in your life. A lot of those folks have, networking, a network of friends and family, coworkers, employers that they know and that can help you. And so being as open to networking also as possible. So when people introduce you to someone, to pay attention to that, because eventually it might come back around that you need to make that connection again. So it'd be really nice for you to make a good impression on people and appear professional, and take all the opportunities that you can to work on a resume so that you can be presentable to a company when you're ready to go in the workforce, and know what that means, and practice interviewing so that you can talk to people to where it sounds like you have some sense, and dress professionally no matter what kind of job you think you're going to have. First impressions really are a thing, and so just to make sure that that you come across the way you feel deep down, passionate about something, that you show that on the outside.
Awesome. Yes, I would definitely agree that the connections, you never really know where a connection that you've made all across the country or within the state or within your town is going to come into play for sure. So awesome. All right.
Exactly.
So I am supposed to give you guys a code word now that you've watched Dana's interview and her introduction to Plantworks Nursery. So the code word that you guys need is ROSE, ROSE. So ROSE is your code word for this session. And with that, I would just like to thank Dana for her time today. And if you guys have any questions, her information is here on the screen. And I know she'd be more than happy to set up some time to speak with you or share more about her company and the opportunities there. So please feel free to reach out. And we just really appreciate you staying or tuning in with us today and hearing what Plantworks is all about and some of the horticulture industry as well. So thanks, Dana. It was great to see you. Bye.
Great. Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome.